Indeed, greetings unto you, my beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I really do appreciate your presence. If you enjoy what it is I'm doing here, do consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and do leave a comment. I try and answer every single one of them. Let's go live! Man, we had a big bout of rain last night, and it completely destroyed like 2 of my plans. Usually before I start streaming, I just go there to kind of balance myself as well. And the first thing that I saw, like the plant closest to the entrance of the little greenhouse, just like had his branches, or her branches technically, completely like shattered and broken off. And like I saw that, and I knew like they were like completely like just snapped off of the main plant, and I had to go and hang them up. But that was just me talking about something that happened in my field of consciousness. I want to start the stream off the right way, saying something worth saying. And I think this is exactly the one that I need. Like, this is the one I opened up to. And it says, any perception is true as long as you choose to believe it. Yeah, literally. Any perception is true as long as you choose to believe it. So I can hold the perception that, you know, I'm sad or that I'm angry because my plants broke. Or I can hold the perception that my other branches might actually grow really strong right now. Or the perception of I won't have to deal with as much like when it comes time to harvest. So like it definitely has a balance. I'm feeling a lot better emotionally today. Spend some time thinking again. We were supposed to have like load shedding, where they turn our internet or our power off from 11, but there was like some king in South Africa that passed away, so they were like, okay, you know what, we'll let you keep your power to mourn. It's kind of wild. Like, they have the capacity to, you know, to provide electricity for us, but it's costing them money because they're not prepared or something like that. And they just like, okay, away, switch off your power twice a day. And now tonight, our power is also being switched off from like 7 p.m. to 9:30. And that's usually the time that me and my friends, at least on the Thursdays, we do streams. So now I won't be able to do my stream tonight, but we're planning to do it tomorrow morning at least. So, Thor, I made it. Hey, Impossible Knight. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for making it. Thank you for being here with me. I am adding some water to my drip scarf because it's so hot today. So if I'm a little bit distracted, it's because I am. I love you, man. I love you, my friend. I love you so much. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for being here with me as always. Like, I see you, friend. I do see you. I don't know anything about you or your real name. You want to tell me what your name is, Impossible Knight? I'll try and remember, friend. I have so many names in my head by now. Hello, everyone. Hey, Lazy B. Haven't been here in a few days. Missed you guys. Missed you as well, Lazy B. It's always nice to have you, my friend. I feel like I did see you recently, though. Weren't you here yesterday? I'm not sure. Maybe you were not here days before that, but I feel like I have been seeing you. You'll might hear some thunder as well. There's some more clouds actually starting to gather above me as well. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, there we go. Good morning, lovelies. Hey, Javan. Good morning to you as well, my friend, and thank you for being here. I'm drinking water again without setting intentions for it. I don't think I was. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping, friend. How much are we melting today? Max to the melt. I do feel good. I don't feel I have, like, yesterday I actually went through a little bit of a thing. Like, I I was going through an emotional state of being because I know something was going to come to an end, like an official end, and I reached out to someone. I said my bit. They said their bit, And it was very necessary for us to get these things out in the open and to actually confront these feelings that we've been having and the things that we've been thinking and just the state of mind that we've been in. And yeah, I think it was very necessary and very beneficial for both of us. So I'm very happy that that was done, and I recognize that field of energy that I was inhibiting yesterday for what it is, and I feel a lot better now. So we're going to melt all the way, my friend. Oh, there you can start to hear it. I'm probably going to have to, after the stream, run and like tie my plants up. Ooh, I'm scared. No, I'm not actually. I'm just. I love the rain. I love my plants, and I don't want them to be harmed. Oh, here it starts. You can see the tree shake. Oh, the wind. Actually, I'm gonna keep drinking water, so I want to set an intention for why it is I'm drinking water today. I think my intention is to be calm. I feel like I've like been almost been being pulled out of my state of calm. Like I feel I have this capacity to be calm, and then sometimes like it kind of takes you out of it, and you feel stressed or rushed or lost as well is a good word. I feel, and it's not the feeling I want to be inhibiting. It's not what I want for myself. Not what I want for you, friends. So calm. That's exactly what I'm drinking water for today. Every single sip I'm taking, I'm drinking in the calm hydration. That's nice. Mm. Uh, I might have been for only a minute, but I don't remember. Yeah, Tony. There we go. Nice to meet you, Tony. Maybe you were in here for just like a minute, just like send a comment. Uh, what kind of plans? The kind of plans that you really don't want breaking, Jovan, because every branch that breaks off reduces yield. Those type of plans. I'm thankful you're feeling better versus holding them inside. Take courage to say them live as well. Like I feel it's not me being courageous even, Froggy Girl, but I thank you for thinking that. I feel it's just me needing to do this. Like not even in a like I'm being forced way, but I feel it's very very important for myself to be able to have this lived experience and everything that comes with it, because I feel like we have so much capacity to feel like a whole broad spectrum of things, and we are very prone to only sharing the good sides of our spectrum of things, like especially with social media. We have this tendency to always show people the good things that are happening in our lives, and not so much we show the hard stuff, the hurtful things that we go through. So I think it's very important for me and for us to be able to be that, to be hurt, to be angry sometimes, to be sad sometimes, and not to hide from those things, and not to hide those things from others as well. I feel that is a big reason why depression isn't taken as seriously as it's supposed to be. Like like when people reach out and they say they're depressed, I feel like society kind of is like, oh yeah, sure. And then when something happens to that person, then society is like, oh, I wish I saw the signs. I wish I could do something. I wish I could say something to that person. It's it's very backwards. So I think it's important for us to be proactive with our feelings, with the way that we express ourselves, saying things that we believe to be true in our souls and our spirits, and not actually shying away from them. So yeah, this is very necessary, my friend. Very very necessary. I may have missed it at some point, but what happened to the necklace or the lighter? I've seen you wear it for a long while. So I used to wear it, my friend, because I was rolling myself and lighting myself a joint on these streams. But I've not worn it in almost a week now, like at all, because I'm not smoking. on stream anymore, and I'm not smoking as much after stream either. So yeah, I don't necessarily need it around my neck. It's very useful if I'm going to be lighting something, but other than that, it's not necessary. Do you think that if every person on the planet melted into a puddle, that we would become an ocean together? Technically, no, actually, friend, because we don't actually have that much biomass as all of humanity. Like, if every single person on the planet was to come together in like one space and melt at the same time, we probably only barely cover like a few kilometers of surface area. That is also like considering that we can be absorbed into the soil. Like, this is such a weird topic, but if we like have the same density in a melted state as water, like the surface of the planet will absorb us before we even reach our own oceans, depending on how far we are from the ocean as well. uh, my eyes itching today. I don't know why. It do be like that as well. mm. Do people in South Africa attack each other in tickle fights over disputes? No, not that I've seen. At least not in real disputes. Like maybe a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or like very close friends. But I've never seen any of that. Your energy seems a lot more calm these past few days. Somewhat mellow. Thank you, Rena. I don't particularly force myself into any specific mindset, or what's your uh, energy. I just kind of inhibit the energy that I feel like I'm supposed to be inhibiting in every single moment. And I'm also looking at these energies from a very like subjective mindset. I actually want to experience them, and I want to see where they take me emotionally, spiritually, physically. And yeah, it's important to inhibit these energy sets, to inhibit these feelings, to come to terms with all of the vibrational frequencies, if you will, that we have in our grasp. Not to shy away, not to think of any one of them as better than the other, but to see them like to see every single one of them as part of the divine whole. Hey Wes, right? Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. I love the sound of a storm. It's so calming. It is calming when you don't have anything to do, but when your power gets switched off when there's storms, then like there's that mindset that kind of stops you from being calm. But yeah, I'm drinking calm. Every sip I'm drinking a sip of this calm. So I'm going to be calm. I believe that the power is going to stay on long enough for me to edit my video, get it rendered. Then the power is going to go off. I'll stay awake for like 2.5 hours. Then I'll upload the video, and I'll get to go to bed like hopefully before 10 p.m. Hopefully, friends. Mm. And nature agrees. Yeah, nature does agree, actually. We're living in communion with nature at the end of the day, my friends. Like, we're never separate. Like, you can probably see the clouds also starting to gather behind me. Goodness me. My mind is running places. I'm here. Stay right here. Be present in your moment. Don't project your mental capacity to the past or the future. That is something I have to become very aware of as well. Because I feel like, especially recently in my life, I've been trying to be as present and as aware of every single moment and the way that I participate in life, almost to say it that way. And I feel like a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Stealer of the present moment, I guess I could say, would be the past and the present. Because technically the past is just your memories, and the present is just your anticipation. Or is it just anticipation? I think so. So, like, you're literally projecting your consciousness into a place that's not here. And I feel is something that takes away from the present moment. So, yeah, we have to become aware. I'm talking to myself as well. Become aware of the present moment. Don't go anywhere other than here. And like, as long as we continue bringing ourselves back I think will be more and more present. I love hearing the thunder in the background. I'm happy that you appreciate it, friend. Mother Nature is banging her doldrums. Doof, 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 doof. Slow down on the drug gas. No, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a strong, independent kid in South Africa. Oh, those plants. I had different types of flowers in mind. Those plants, Jovan, yes. But it's okay. Like, I'm not attaching any of my like when you realize you're completely whole and you're completely secure, like I feel it's weird. So like this is the thing that's coming up in my mindset now. So when bad things happen, I feel I have more capacity to be above them and to like come to a mindset or a point of understanding where I'm like, okay, understand this bad thing happened in my life, and now I can transcend it. I can either live in this moment in this sadness, or I can move past it and see it for what it is. But when nothing sad happens, then for some reason I get to be sad, and then I don't know how to transcend that sadness sometimes, which is backwards, at least backwards in my mind. Like I'm like, why does it work like that? I feel with this group of amazing humans, I love to share both my highs and lows to really understand the true inner self. Thank you all for allowing me to open up and be vulnerable. Thank you, Ryan. Like, you don't have to worry about not spelling either. I'm also pretty bad at spelling. If it wasn't for like spell checking apps like SwiftKey, I'd probably be having atrocious conversations spelling wise. But fortunately, spelling is not the most important thing as long as the idea gets across. Like apparently you can scramble the letters in between the first and the last letter because human beings actually read words as a whole. So we kind of start to recognize a word, and then we recognize what that word starts with, how many letters it has, and then what that words end with. So even if you scramble the middle letters, as long as you keep the first and last letter the same, we can still read them. So you can completely spell them like the worst possible way, and I'd still be able to understand probably Ryan. Don't worry about it, my friend. Hmm. Sounds aggressive. I think society is not response. I think society not responding to mental health problems is because people overuse certain things such as depression when they only had a bad day. Exactly. Exactly. I agree completely with that as well. And there's like a lot of self-diagnosing happening in depression as well. Like people are very quick to diagnose themselves with depression, even when, as you said, they were just having a bad day or just like a bad couple of experiences in a row. And it's very difficult as well because like when you're in a state of depression, I'm thinking now completely back to when I was in a state of depression. You you don't believe that anyone has any good intent for you. You don't believe that people want to help you. You don't feel worthy of help as well. Even when I went to like psychiatrists, is it psychiatrists? Head doctors, right? Brain doctors. Even when I went to them, I still felt like I didn't have any capacity to heal myself in those states because what was I supposed to say that was going to make me feel better, you know? And as I kind of became aware that there was nothing that this person was going to be able to do for me, I like kind of put myself in a deeper depression even. Like I was like, oh, what is the point if this person that is literally a professional can't even help me? How am I supposed to help myself? And it's I think the depression mindset is very destructive in that way where it doesn't allow you to want to heal, and it doesn't allow you to accept help from people, to accept help from yourself even. And it's very destructive in that way where if you really get enthralled or caught up in that mindset, it's very difficult to pull yourself out. And I think the most important thing is to reach out to someone, even though you don't believe that they can help you. I feel like especially our community that we're building right now, if you're feeling in some sort of, low state, I'm not going to say depression, let's say low state, do reach out. Like, try and talk to one of us. Try and just talk about your feelings and feel them. I feel like yesterday, especially, I realized that just talking about things, feeling the things that we're talking about, and allowing ourselves to actually is just very beneficial. It helps a lot. So yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, Lazy B. People say things that they don't feel to that extent a lot. Yeah, like that's the thing with words as well. Is like a word is kind of like a bucket of things that someone associates. So as soon as we say a word, and this is something that we discussed last time as well on one of the streams, like for me, when I say the word tree, all of my life's experiences of what a tree is to me gets like amalgamated into that one word that I use. And I can look at a tree and see it for the beauty that it has. I can see it for the fractals that it's expressing. I can see it for the sugar that it's producing. I can see it for the homes that it creates for little critters. I can see it for the fruit that it might produce. I can see it for the oxygen that it's producing. I can see it for the sugars that it's creating, using carbon dioxide and sunlight and water. Like there's so many different things that we can attach to the same word of tree, and it's the exact same thing for like words like depression as well, because people have this sad feeling, and because they don't really have a good reference point or enough experience with that word, they'll use it without having the same amount of impact or the same amount of meaning that someone else might use it for one person. A tree is just a tree, like, oh, tree, it creates shade, let's say. Like that's the basic interpretation of a tree. Oh, this tree creates shade. And then another person looks at that same tree and sees that tree for the oxygen that it produces, sees it for the little insects that live on it, see it for the birds that live in it, see it for the squirrels that it might house as well, and sees it as like a whole home, a whole biosphere for different creatures. And to those two people, the one that sees it as just shade and the one that sees it as this biosphere of life, like none of them, they're not wrong. Both of them are right, literally, in their perception, in what they see as tree. Both of them are completely right. And they are divine in their own expression of what a tree is to them. And it's in the same way I feel for depression. Like, you can feel that you are depressed, and you can say something like that. But to someone that has been experiencing states of depression to the extent of wanting to end their own lives, which is the state that I was in, it feels like depression is a lot more of a serious word to someone who has experienced like that side of it. And you're very right, friends. Like it is that way where people are almost desensitized to these words, and it makes me sad because we're not we're not wrong. We're not trying to lie. We're not trying to deceive. We're just, I feel, confused a lot of the time. We don't know what it is we're feeling, and we don't know how to process it. And sometimes we don't even know how to reach out to people if we wanted help. So we need to we need to get good, friends, at communicating our feelings. Man, it's only that many words, right? mm. Why are you not smoking on stream anymore? So, friend, like I don't mind telling you at all. My first account that I was streaming on was like the user/Beetlegeese. It's starting to rain. I'm just going to put my little book. Should I throw it? Man, I don't want to throw it. I'm gonna be back in a second. I'm just gonna move my book to the under the roof so that if it rains harder than it is right now, I'm not going to have to throw my little booklet away. So the reason I stopped smoking is basically on my old account, the u/Beetlegeese one that I was streaming on initially. I was streaming for 61 days, 61 days without a hitch, without a problem, and I was smoking on every single one of my streams. And then on day 62, I was unable to stream, like completely unable to stream. Jovan kind of chipped in, told me that I should, have still do the stream, but like have an open voice chat on Discord. And I still want to do that again, by the way, friends. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics, because the real problem for me isn't having you in stream. The problem for me is audio. Like, I don't know how to direct the audio coming from you friends into the stream effectively. So, like, that's the only thing that is like hindering me a little bit, but that is beside the point. So, on that day, can you hear the rain? On that day, I kind of realized, or I kind of made the decision that, or I had this fear that the reason that I was unable to stream was because I was smoking on stream. And I was smoking on stream for like 61 days, and I was like having no problems, and then suddenly I got like blocked. I felt I wasn't like, and I still can't stream on that account, by the way. And then I was like, well, I've not been doing anything wrong. I've been following the RPAN rules. I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, and I still got banned. So I kind of assumed that the only, problem with my stream was me smoking on stream, and Reddit saw me as not being like advertiser or brand friendly, because sometimes, the streams switch between their top broadcasts or whatever, and if like my stream got turned on to the top broadcast and then there were like ads with it and I was smoking a joint, maybe that didn't look good for Reddit. And that's what like my mind was going through. And I kind of like made the decision that if I'm going to start a new account, which now this is the official u/Meltmore one, I'm not going to be smoking on stream anymore, because it's much more important to me to be able to do the streams and have this interaction with you friends than it is to me to be smoking. So I made a decision, friend. Oh yeah, I figured maybe that they had slowed down on toking up. Much respect and good for you. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. I had a friend dumping me for dealing with depression last summer, because she was too blessed to be stressed, and more about being grateful for the pavement she was walking on than having genuine friendships with people who happened to not be okay at the time. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. That is really tragic. And being in that state of being, like when friends don't want to be there for you when you're sad. And I feel this is something that I've been very vigilant about. I have a friend that's been going through a very hard time. Lost his mom, lost his girlfriend, lost his dream job. All in the span of like 4 months, basically, or 3 months. 2 months even. And he went through a lot, and I spent hours, like literally probably more than 20 hours just in January, spending time with him over the phone, talking to him, like allowing him a place to heal himself as well, and talk about these things that are present in his field of consciousness. And like a lot of the time it would hurt me as well, and I would also be in like tears because of the things that he was expressing and the things that he was feeling. And I became very aware of that as well, and I allowed myself to be with him in that state of being, with him in that state of mind. And it's important to allow friends to be sad as well. Like I've been like, this is something that I've been thinking about as well, toxic positivity, like where you, like, I understand positivity is a good thing, and I never really understood that something like toxic positivity could be a thing. But I've been aware of it, and it's not what I want to be. Like, being toxic in any sense of the word is not what I want to be. So I've been very aware of that, and I've just been, a listener as well, for him especially. I want to call him again. He's usually with us on the podcasts, so I will be talking to him tonight, but I'll probably be calling him this weekend again as well. I'm so happy I'm here today. I missed you all the last couple of days. I really need you all today. I don't know why I am in a low wave from my depression, but still full of love. Ryan, I'm here for you, my friend. I'm so here for you. It's completely okay to be in that state of being. I do understand, dude. I really do understand. And it is something that I went through yesterday as well. Like we go through these lows, and we're supposed to go through these lows. It's a part of the experience. It's a part of the ebb and flow of life. It is what makes our lives as full as they are, because we get to experience the whole spectrum, both sides of these things. It's what is important, friend. I'm happy you're here, Ryan. Yes, we're all happy you're here, Ryan. You're so right, brother. The past and the future can consume us, our minds and hearts, constantly trying to find the decipher to the universal code. Alan Watts' message on overthinking resonates so much in that regard. I love it. I don't think I've listened to Alan Watts' message of overthinking, but now I'm really curious because it's something I've been working on a lot actually. Overthinking is something that I'm very prone to. Oh, mind just wants to keep running and running and running and running and running and never stops. So it's important for us to give ourselves some time to stop that, to be calm. And I feel I've been gaining more and more traction with being able to do that with my meditations and with my states of calm, to actually try and stop that overthinking a little bit. I don't think society is ignoring mental health. Has anything to do with the same individuals overusing or categorizing bad days as depression, but the lack of empathy due to the stigma attached to mental health. Yeah, that's also a big thing, friend. Like there's so much stigma around mental health, and people are so scared of admitting that they, need help, because as soon as you need help, then it's like, oh, admitting that there's something wrong with me. And there's nothing wrong with you, friend. You're supposed to be feeling the whole spectrum of emotions. And by allowing yourself to receive help, you are literally being divine for yourself and divine to the other person who is helping you. Because you're both creating a space in which there can be healing. For someone who is not in a state of depression, helping someone in a state of depression, it can help them as well realize just how much they have to work on, how much they have to be thankful for, like what it is they are experiencing, why it is they're experiencing the thing that they're experiencing, and how to share that experience with others as well. So there's always something to be learned in human interaction and experience, my friend. It's very important for us to actually do that. I love that you shared that. Alan Watts is one of my main influences. I love you, Toasty. I know he is actually, Ryan, and it makes me happy. So I kind of thought that you would know that as well. Uh, and yeah, positive vibes only. Exactly. There you go, friend. You're correct. Hell yeah, Ryan. Aloha, my dear friend. Hello, Brenda. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Self-hatred consumed me in depression. Me too, Toasty. And I don't know why we have that state of self-hatred. Maybe it's because we recognize all of the mistakes that we've made, and we judge them. Like we judge them. I think that's maybe what it is. You're living in judgment of yourself, and judgment is literally the opposite of forgiveness. And living in judgment, you separate yourself from all that is, because judgment is an illusion. Judging yourself instead of forgiving yourself is a surefire way to completely destroy your own life. And I wish that that is something that they actually taught in schools. Just teaching self-forgiveness and allowing yourself to make mistakes, allowing yourself to move past them and to grow from them is a very important life lesson that I need to learn still. I feel like I still am learning that life lesson. Wow, Melt, you just brought tears to my eyes. I just learned about my depression. Uh, I just learning about my depression. You hit it right on the heartstring, my brother. That's exactly how I feel. It's okay, Ryan. I'm here for you, my friend. We're all here for you. We're sharing the space with you. Know that you are loved, loving, and lovable forever and always, Ryan. I love you, my friend, and I know all of our friends love you as well. I hope that you know that. I hope that you believe that, because it is true and it's true always. You're waking up the moon tonight. The moon is, like, I think, small, dude. Very, very small moon. So I don't think so. Like maybe when the moon is full, I'll wake the moon up. Loving your shirt, my friend. Favorite color is red and black. Look at that. This is a red and black shirt, so I'm happy that you appreciate it, Brenda. Yeah, I felt that. I never fully opened to my psychiatrist, which in hindsight was self sabotage. Depression can be like a downward spiral or a snowball. Love is one of the things that helps melt that snowball. There we go. That's beautifully said. And I'm happy that I'm not the only one that experienced it that way, Jovan. Because it's like as you said, it was self sabotage. We we went to this like, helper. Someone that is literally it's their job to help you mentally. And then we're like, no, I'm not gonna let you help me because I don't. You can't help me. Why? Why are we like that? But yeah, let's melt that snowball with love. That is exactly what we're trying to do here. And I feel love maybe has like a snowball effect as well. Now I'm thinking about lava for some reason, which is not exactly indicative of snowballing, but you know, lava gathering a bigger and bigger ball and just enveloping, absorbing everything that it touches into love and sharing that love with everyone. It makes me kind of think about that episode about the zombies from the Midnight Gospel, where it's good to be a zombie and everyone that like turns into zombies are like living in bliss and so happy. So that's kind of what I imagine for this ball of lava. Everything that it touches, like everyone is scared of this love, like, oh no, the love is coming, and then they get absorbed into the love and like, okay, actually now I understand why this is so great. Good morning, bro. Good morning to you as well, my friend. Depression for me comes in extremely high waves and extremely low waves. I'm still learning about that, and reaching out and showing up is the hardest step. Yep. It's actually something that I've been saying because you said it as well, Orion. It's the whole showing up is the hardest thing. It really is in every single thing that it is we do, to just show up, be there, do the thing that we're supposed to do, and take those steps. Every single day, take those steps. The God of Thunder has spoken from the heart. He always does. I feel like thunder, to me at least, is a little bit more of a feminine energy. I don't know why. Maybe just because of the mom I had growing up. Very, very spicy, I guess I could say, or feisty. Man, I got screamed at a lot. My mom isn't screaming as much anymore, fortunately. But I was a naughty kid. Very, very naughty kid. What plants are behind you? A bunch of trees, some grass, another tree. So, like, mostly trees, friend. Whoa, foreign, weird. Well, foreign Weird Al. I still didn't know what Weird Al looks like. I should go and actually do some research and just give myself a mental image. I hear you about depression because when my son was 23, he tried to take his life by swallowing 500 tablets of Tylenol. But he got help after being released from the hospital. The doctor told me after 2 hours I would have lost them. It scared me. Goodness me, 500 tablets of Tylenol? Yeah, that should have taken his life. I'm so, so happy that it didn't. Aunt, almost said Aunt V, Brenda. Because it's something that I feel especially, and now that I know a little bit about your son, you like to say that he's a lot like me and my willingness to be happy and my expression of self. And I feel it's very, very easy for someone that is, empathetic and loving and just a light being to go into like the complete opposite, to feel completely lost, to feel completely powerless in this life, and it can be soul crushing sometimes. But realize that nothing external of you can crush your soul. It's only you that crushes your own soul. Like, imagine holding your hands around a light bulb, like trying to dim that light. That is exactly what we do sometimes to ourselves. And we should let ourselves shine, like literally open ourselves up and let ourselves shine. Definition of a word and our individual view of them makes it hard to communicate with each other by expanding the meaning of the world itself, the word itself. Exactly, Rena. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of difficult. Human communication is it's not perfect. It's useful, but it's not perfect. Another streamer I like got every post automatically labeled as not safe for work because he smoked weed on streams. None of his posts were not safe for work. Yeah, it's weird, friend. So, like, I don't want that to happen. I feel the messages that we share here, the spaces we're creating here, can welcome anyone. And we have friends that have their kids watching with us. So, like, even though I don't think smoking bud has anything, inherently wrong with it. I don't want to be encouraging 6-year-old kids to smoke bud, or having them see me smoke bud and talk about the things that I'm talking about, and then associating me smoking bud with the things I'm talking about. That's not what I want to do. That's not the message I'm trying to share. I feel love can be without anything. You don't even have to do anything to experience true love, and that is what makes me so happy. Okay, bye for now. Cheers, my friend. Thank you for being here for as long as you were. My son uses humor to hide his depression and mask all of his emotions. We've been able to become closer through all of it. I was doing the same thing, Brenda. Literally the exact same thing. I was the class clown, as they label them. Making jokes, being witty, being a little bit of an asshole at times as well. And I was doing all of these things because I was hurt, and because I didn't know how to reach out, or how to like remedy this hurt that I was feeling. Thank you for the Puro Helpful Award, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Uh, Makes sense. Thank you for continuing to share your thoughts. Missed several days, but I'm glad I checked in today. Hey, negative ad. Thank you for being here, my friend. Don't worry about missing days. Every single day that you're here is a blessing, and I'm always going to be here when you need to be here as well. So I look forward to having you when you need to, when you need to be here, my friend. Oh, bro, I got you. This is gonna change your life. Are you talking about Ryan? I'm talking to you, Ryan. Everything changes our lives. Like, we're literally. This is something that someone said in yesterday's stream, and it resonated with me a lot. And it's something that I've been saying a lot as well in my life. Like, we're literally not the same person today that we were yesterday. We're always growing, always becoming more and more like bigger and bigger beings. Like, if you think back, like, it's sometimes difficult for us to bring that into perspective from just yesterday. But if you think back 10 years, look at yourself through that like state of like awe of like, wow, I've done so much to be where I am right now. And we can really make ourselves cringe sometimes thinking back to our past selves. We should allow ourselves to appreciate our past selves as well. Hey, Tramp, welcome, my friend. Insanity is a sane reaction to an insane world. RD Lating. Insanity is a sane reaction to an insane world. I like that actually. It's raining on me right now. I don't know if you can see it, but it is nice. Like, it's been a hot day, so I'm gonna stay right here and be calm. Well, I think the not being able to ask for help is because our society doesn't allow for that. Kids in school who need more help and who are still don't get it. Our society pushes you to not seek help. It's true, my friend. Hey, Justin, thank you for just popping in to say hi, my friend. It is true, friend. Like, I don't exactly know why. I think it's, I do actually know why. So, I believe that society has been very left brain, so masculine brain, and like the masculine like consciousness, or like the purely masculine consciousness, is a very proud one, and it wants you to deal with your problems yourself. It wants you to get over it. It wants you to man up and stop crying. And it is very toxic, very very toxic, because it doesn't allow people the full expression of expressing. And it's very important for us to teach our children, to teach ourselves as well, to allow ourselves to ask for help, and to be someone who can be asked for help, if that makes any sense. Like, it's one thing to talk about, society is doing this and that, but we should be the change that we want to see. What you choose to convey, choose what you believe about yourself. What you believe about yourself is what you believe about the world, and what you believe about the world is what you believe about yourself. So, becoming aware, my friend. Becoming aware. I'm very glad you're aware of all of this at your age, right on. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Yeah. I'm thinking about Rina now, and her saying, like, my body is 22 years old, but I feel we have this capacity to time dilate with our minds. Just think about our dreaming states. Like, when you're dreaming, you're usually only dreaming for like 5 minutes, but a dream can like go on for like what feels like days, and then you're only dreaming those days of time for 5 minutes. And this is actually something that Alan Watts also went into explaining. If you had the capacity to be completely lucid in your dreams every single night, and you could spend, let's say, let's be generous, and let's say you could spend 10 years of life lucid dreaming in your dream state, you would do everything that you've ever wanted to, like have all of the enjoyable experiences, like go everywhere in the world that you ever wanted to, travel to different universes, experience literally everything that there is to experience in this entire universe. And then once you have done this for 75 years of your life, experiencing all of these things in your lucid dream states every single night, you're going to eventually come to a point where you want mystery. And then you're going to come to the point where that mystery induces the very life that you are living right now. So be thankful for it and see this as self-created. Like imagine it for that exact like mindset. Like you had the capacity to dream a billion dreams, and you had the capacity to live a billion lives, and you have settled on living this life right now and being here in this moment right now. And that is a profound thought, and it makes me so happy to exercise that thought as well. I wish you all, thank you all. You all are in my heart. I wish I could hug you all right now. I'm sending you a mental hug, Ryan. I'm sending you a mental hug. And like, what a hug these days, like how I imagine hugs, like now it's really coming down. It's not so much just, the embrace of hugging someone, but I see like these two energy fields coming closer to each other and then amplifying with each other, becoming something more powerful. Lol, Midnight Gospel gives me the weirdest ASMR. Really? That's kind of interesting. Why is that, Toasty? I don't think I experienced any ASMR. What does ASMR stand for? Because I know people are like whispering into binaural microphones for ASMR, but I'm not sure if it's like what it stands for. Actually, that's the word I'm trying to say. Midnight Gospel gives me the feels. Hey Shane, good morning. Hey Shane, indeed, friend. Welcome, and thank you for being here with us. Exactly, lava is something very powerful to us. We here in Hawaii believe in Madame Pele, the goddess of lava. I'm very familiar with we call her Mother Pele, or Compassionate Pele as well, actually. When people defy her or question her, she uses the lava to punish them. Oh goodness, we don't want any of that. Compassionate Pele burns people with lava. It's a little bit of a change in mindset. I post a picture of Weird Al for you on the Discord. Thank you, friend. So I can actually remember. I tend to be like so driven directly after these streams because I know I have to like take a bunch of steps, get my computer on, plug my phone in, start transferring footage. After footage is done transferring, edit footage, like render the footage, upload the footage, edit a thumbnail, and then like finish uploading the video. So I'm like, do this, do that, do this, do that, and it's a very masculine mindset. And then when I'm in this masculine mindset, I kind of just, plow through whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing, and I get it done. That's what's most important. And then I just forget about everything that I'm supposed to be doing as well. Have you packed any food for the winter, mate? Me and my squirrel friends kind of like work together, and we store our nuts in the same area. So I haven't been working as hard to store all of the nuts, but we have more than enough to go around. Lol, he looks nothing like Weird Al. It's just the curls. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense. I'll look forward to seeing Weird Al as well. What's your choice to smoke today? I'm not smoking anything, friend. I've not smoked anything on stream for 15 days? Yeah. No. Yeah. 15 days. So, not smoking on stream anymore, my friend. I was in the yard raking leaves and complaining, and then I stopped and thought, Mother Nature has to deal with us all the time and the mess we cause. I then became grateful for all the leaves and the pollen meant new life was coming. Exactly, Tramp. Exactly, exactly. And that's exactly the way that we're supposed to be looking at things as well in our lives. And by looking at things these ways, we give ourselves so much clarity and so much just calm and doing the things that we're supposed to be doing, like raking the leaves. I don't know, it could be because I smoked a joint before doing the yard work. Like, that sounds fantastic to me. Like, I feel marijuana has the capacity to really help you spiritually as well. Like, and I think that is not something that people actually discuss all that much, is marijuana's capacity to help you in your own spiritual development. Because I feel, at least for me, when one of my favorite things to do when I smoke bud is to meditate. And I just sit, close my eyes, and I try and like look within, and I go within, and I feel the things I'm supposed to be feeling. And it feels like it allows me to get closer to myself than I normally have capacity to. But I still meditate completely sober as well. And I feel that is a whole different battle almost. Like, it's very necessary as well. And I want to get good at that as well. That was lovely. It was lovely indeed, my friend. He's serious. He doesn't look like Weird Al. You're absolutely right. On it being the curls thirsty. Okay, I'm happy that that's the only reason why. Like, I have no mental frame of like reference to actually think about, but I appreciate you, friends, nonetheless. I get on his case for always trying to be funny instead of taking life seriously. But I was never in his mindset, so I couldn't truly understand what he was going through. But I love him dearly, so I just loved him hard. Good, good. As the awesome song says, love can build a bridge. It really can. Love is the bridge to spirit, I feel as well. Like, we have this capacity to really love ourselves and love the people that are in our lives and around us, and by loving them truly, we bridge like the gap between our souls, and we allow ourselves to feel more fully and become more aware in turn as well. 2 years ago today, I was addicted to drinking. 730 days of being clean and sober. Melting always helps. I'm so happy that you're sober, and man, like, I have a little bit of a gripe with alcohol. Me and alcohol don't get along. But it's not something that I'm judgmental of. It's just something that I'm very aware of, and I'm not allowing it to be dropped into my field of consciousness anymore. So it's important, my friend, to allow ourselves to like celebrate as well our sobriety, our happiness about being sober. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. I don't know if the comment stopped again. It might have. If it did stop again, I'm very sorry about that. If it didn't, leave another leave another comment that I know that it's still going. Love that Alan Watts' insight on dreaming. I have learned from that to put into practice with lucid living. Thanks, Lazy B. Love your energy. Lucid living. Yeah, like, that's the whole being present, right, Ryan? Becoming completely aware and completely present in every single moment. And by doing that and allowing ourselves that experience where we're tuning in. We're tuning into living, literally just being alive. Sending you many blessings and love to help you out with the big blue sky, Mr. Montana. Mr. Montana? Mr. Montana. Is Merman in chat and I can't see him? Maybe. Hmm. Apropos lucid dreaming, I recently heard people having a whole different life while being in a state of a coma, then mourning that life not being real once they're awake in this reality. Really fascinating stuff. Wow. Yeah, that is fascinating. Like, I've heard that as well. Like, some people have like almost an outer body experience when they're in a state of a coma, where their consciousness is completely like aware and present, but their body is like completely incapacitated. So they're living and they're completely conscious of their living experience, and they see people coming and mourning over their body being in a coma, and they're just like, I'm here, da 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 da. Like, there's even people that write books in their like comatic state. Is comatic a word? Coma state? State of coma? While being in a coma, they write books. Yeah, it's possible, friend. We are so powerful as beings. It's actually, it trips me out every single time I think about it. Did you know that squirrels often forget where they bury their nuts, so they're out there accidentally planting trees? I do actually know that, Jovan. Something like more than 25% of the nuts that they bury, they forget about. So they're planting trees, literally creating the cycle of life. Tree provides these, tasty snacks that are disguised as seeds, and then the little critters plant them and continue the cycle of life, creating the trees that are going to produce the acorns or nuts that the squirrels, 20 generations down the line is going to live in. Even more generations than that, actually. Squirrels have a shorter lifespan. Maybe it's like 20 generations. Sounds about right. It's crazy. The cycle of life is beautiful, my friends. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Ah, okay. Thank you for letting me know, Rena. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Yeah, ASMR, right? Oh my goodness, these squirrels have inattentive ADHD, because that would be relatable. I wouldn't be surprised, actually. They do look a little bit, spastic and all over the place. I don't know if any of you've seen, like, there was this Reddit post lately of someone that bought their pet squirrel a rug wall, and just like watching him spaz out and run around on this rug wall was absolutely hilarious. What's up, brother? Thank you for the wholesome, my friend. And what's up with you? I'm good. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm sitting in the rain, and it stopped again. And I'm happy that I could be calm enough to not move, because now it's calm again. I'm cooled down. The thunder also actually stopped, so I feel like that is also giving me some calm in my spirit and in my soul. I don't have to worry too much about the running and saving my plants. Calm, my friend. I'm calm right now. I feel state of calm is very important. Alcohol has been such a bad thing for my family because my dad was a raging alcoholic and unfortunately was very abusive to my mom and the rest of us. But many years later, he became a better man and asked for forgiveness, and my mom forgave him. I actually know that you told me about this, Brenda, and it's something I've been thinking about as well. Like, it's so easy for us to create like a perception of someone because of the things that they did in our past, and we don't always want to forgive people for things. We're like, no, you did all of these things to me. How could I ever forgive you? And that is just you living in fear. Like, you're scared that this person might do the same thing to you, or by forgiving them, you're going to create a space within yourself in which you can in turn get hurt again. And sometimes that's true as well, friends. Sometimes we do get hurt because we love people, because we want to forgive people. But I think that is a significantly, exponentially better outcome than living in indifference, living in hatred, living in judgment of someone else. Because when you live in that state of being, you're creating lack within yourself as well, and you're becoming separate. And like, this is something I've been very aware of. I don't allow judgmental thoughts into my field of consciousness anymore. As soon as I recognize a judgmental thought, I'm like, that is not love. And I literally, I tell myself that directly. I'm like, that is not love. And when I say that out loud, I'm like, yeah, actually, you're right. And you have to be vigilant. You have to like actively practice that mindset of stopping yourself from judging, because as soon as you judge, you're putting yourself in this like higher position, and that other person on a lower position, or like you're trying to like literally just separating yourself, when at the end of the day we're all exactly equal. We're all divine individualized expressions of God. We're these beautiful living, breathing, talking, communicating in whatever way creators. And that is exactly how we should see every single person. And when you recognize that, when you realize that, you realize that judgment is something that is completely false, and it's not true ever. Not true ever. Like, literally, ooh. You know that weird thing where suddenly one of your ears has like a high pitched sound? That just happened to me. It always feels weird when that happens. Hope you're well. I am well, friend. I hope that you're well as well. Well as well. Well as well. Comatose. Yeah, I know comatose, but chromatic is the word that I use. I don't think chromatic is the word. My mom was the strongest and most courageous woman I've ever known. She could have hated him, but instead she continued to love him. Thank goodness. Thank God, actually. Yeah, yeah. I'm very thankful for that as well, my friend. And it literally is the way that it is. Like, yo, we have so much capacity to love, and if your mom didn't love your dad the way that she did, he probably wouldn't have changed his ways, and he wouldn't have asked for forgiveness. He wouldn't have become the person that he is right now, uh, and he wouldn't have been able to save himself if it wasn't for your mom saving him with her love. And that is absolutely beautiful. I'm so proud of you and very happy for you. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm sending you a hug. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for being here with us. Maybe the tree you meditated under wasn't planted by a person, but an absent minded squirrel. There we go. That is actually a really cool thought. Um, this tree, my meditation tree, nothing is mine, but it's the tree that I identify with, that I want to meditate under. Um, uh, it's like a mulberry tree actually, so it might have been planted by a burb as well. Who knows, Jovan? Who knows? But it's nice to think. It is nice to imagine. Mm. Your perspective on life must be so wholesome. Everything that you've gone through, but you project the love that you do. That's so great. It really is great. And it's what we're capable of. It's what we're supposed to be doing as well, regardless of the things that we go through. I think, especially with the things that we go through, when when we know what it's like to be in a state of hurt, and when we know what it's like to just feel lost and unloved in this world, I think it's even more important for us to love and help people find themselves. And by doing that and by becoming aware that we have the power to do that for people, we're going to change the world. Like, it's inevitable. When pressure and energy is present and pushing you towards judgment, is there another tip you can share to help us keep disciplined, Mel? Yo, my friend, like I think I basically shared my ability or my practice, I think is a better word, to deal with judgmental thoughts that come up in myself. And it's just telling myself that's not love. And I think like another way to also deal with your capacity to judge someone is, instead of judging them, look at the thing that they're doing from a place of mystery. Like, ask yourself, why are they doing that? And then like go even further and imagine yourself in their shoes. Imagine yourself in their body driving to work. Imagine yourself going through everything that they went through to be where it is they are right now. And it kind of allows you to realize that they're a person, and they're also just, trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this world. And that is maybe why they're doing this thing that you feel you have the right to judge. And by becoming aware of these things that they might be going through, and by looking at this whole like dynamic that might have come up in your field of consciousness from a place of mystery, and being like, I wonder why, and imagining why as well, is the best way that I've at least allowed myself to stop judging, to stay disciplined in that moment with love. It is easier said. It is easier said than done. I know, Ryan. But like, I feel being a creator, we have this capacity to imagine. So, as I said, imagine yourself as them living their life and doing the thing that it is they're doing, and why they might be doing it. What's your goal with this stream? Growth, my friend. Absolute growth. In every sense of the word. We're going to grow so much. And I feel like my first and foremost goal with the stream is spiritual growth. I feel like, honestly, me and this community together have experienced so much spiritual growth in such a short period of time that it almost flabbergasts me. It scares me sometimes, and then I'm like, I shouldn't be scared. I should be living into love. And then I kind of look at my fear response of like, goodness me, there's so much happening, this fear response, and I look at it from a mystery, like this state of mystery. I'm like, huh, so much has been happening. I wonder what it means. I wonder what this indicates. I wonder how much more growth is still to come. And I look forward to it instead of fearing it, friends. So, to spiritual growth, to spread love throughout this world and learn about himself in the process of Mel's soul journey. Yeah, that's a very good way to put it as well. Thank you, Ryan. Also, to stay disciplined in love when negative energy comes up. Mel doesn't judge and has only empathy to all humans on Earth. Absolutely, my friend. I hope this helps you understand. I love you for asking that. I love you for replying as well, Ryan. Thank you for helping me express, for helping me create feelings of love and empathy, unity and forgiveness. Yeah, this is the way. Like, there's no other energy field. So, like, this is the thing as well. Like, we have free will, right? We have free will and we can do whatever we want to in this life. But that doesn't mean that there is any other way than one way to do things, if that makes sense. Like, even though you have complete free will to not live in love, to not live in forgiveness, to not live as your heart, uh, like, it doesn't mean that living into love, like, okay, like, I'm trying to say something that is, like, I feel it's hard to explain in human words sometimes. So, even though we have complete free will in this life, that doesn't mean that there is any other road home. Like, there's only one way that we're supposed to be walking. It still gives us the opportunity to walk a little bit here, walk a little bit there, see what's going on there in that energy field, see what's going on there in that energy field. But it doesn't mean that that road that we're supposed to be walking ever gets degraded or, like, ruined. So imagine this, like, literally gold paved road to the heart. That's at least what I'm thinking about. So the heart is where the soul resides forever, and the heart is also the place. So where the soul resides, where God resides, where the universe resides, where the source resides. So we're supposed to be moving towards that heart, that love, that empathy, that forgiveness, and this is the direction we're supposed to be walking in. It doesn't mean that there is, like, different roads and all of these different roads are going to, like, help us get to that, like, single point. Like, even though every single one of our lives we're walking different roads and we're taking different steps and we're experiencing different things, all of our roads eventually have to lead there. And sometimes we get lost, sometimes we take, like, a wrong turn, and we can, like, see that in our lives as well. We can feel when we've taken a wrong turn, and by becoming aware of that wrong turn we've taken, and turning around and taking steps back to that golden road, that road to our heart, that is going to be how we save ourselves and save all of humanity as well. I'm glad I got to spend time with everyone this morning. I'm getting ready to check out the World Rocks. Yeah, the World of Rocks. Oh, yes. I look forward to that, actually. I'm really excited. I hope that you get some cool rocks, Shane. And do please send us some photos. Show us the cool rocks you find, Shane. Yes, thank you, Jovan, for encouraging him as well. I will for sure. I'll put them on the Discord later. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Justin, catching the end. Yeah, I'm happy that you're catching the end. I was actually talking a little bit about, like, your kids, actually. Like, when I was mentioning it, one of our friends asked why I'm not smoking on stream anymore, and, like, the first thought that came up in my mind was your daughter watching with us. And, like, I felt like what I said was basically that I don't want your daughter to associate the energy that we're creating here or we're expressing here to be associated with weed. Not that, like, weed is a bad thing, but not that you need weed to experience or to express these fields of energy. So I love you, my friend, and tell your daughter I love her as well. Posy. Pocket Posy. That's at least how I want to say it. Hey, my friend. Hey. I haven't seen you in a while. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen you in stream. I've seen you in Uncle Becky's streams, I think once, but I haven't seen you here for a while, my friend. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Shane, for the faith in humanity restored. I do appreciate it. Amen. I live my life in the way my mom lives hers, through love, empathy, and forgiveness. Thank you, my friend. That's the only way we're supposed to live, Brenda. Like, living any other way than that is going to lead us to ruin. Like, it's an illusion. Anything other than love is an illusion. Like, fear, hatred, separation, anger, that is all illusion. Like, and we allow ourselves, we're really good at creating illusions for ourselves and imagining ourselves in these, illusionary states. Like, we're very powerful to do that as well. And in the infinite mind of God, sometimes that's exactly what we want to experience. We want to experience what it feels like to be separate. We want to feel what it feels like to experience anger, sadness, hatred. But it doesn't mean that it's right. It means that it has a place, but it never means it's right. And we're living more and more into what is right, I feel. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. Love you. I love you as well, Justin. I really do, friend. And I've been becoming more and more aware of this love that we share. And I feel the message we have to share with the world. And I feel it's very, very important to allow our kids to understand this message as well. It's gonna take a lot of work, friends, to save this planet. A lot of work. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be something that we have to be vigilant in. Raising our new generations in a way that is going to be indicative of growth, of spiritual development, and just creating the capacity to save this world. Like, it's gonna be a lot of work. I have this thing. If I literally see people fall and hit their heads or hands or knees, I feel the pain as well. And the doctor told me it's because I have so much empathy for others. Yeah, that is what it means to be an empath, Brenda. It's a blessing and a disguise. It's a blessing in disguise, I should say, rather. Like, you can get very hurt because of that, but you can also be very loving and very, aware of your capacity to love others by becoming aware of that field of energy. Whoa, I finally found this guy. A few of my friends tell me he's got a pet monkey and he takes a trampoline. Been looking everywhere. Dangerous Dyson. Damn it! Every single stream. Freaking the monkey. Yes, I do, in fact. Have maybe in another life, have a monkey and a trampoline. Like, do watch every single one of the streams from now on into infinitude to see the monkey on the trampoline. Me just like coaxing you into staying. I'm happy that you're being amused as well, Jovan and Toasty, and thank you for the helpful tramp. I always appreciate it. The pain happens on me when they hit on themselves instantaneously. Empathy, Brenda, empathy. Feeling the emotions of others, feeling the pain of others, feeling others, and allowing our hearts to be open to feel. It's an absolute blessing. That monkey ran away. I thought not. Sorry, man. It's grown into something that makes us both lol now. Yeah, I know. I'm not angry at all, my friend. It really makes me laugh. I'm so curious. I'm so curious to see this guy that has the trampoline and the monkey. Like honestly, I wonder. Like, I'm not even sure if it's true. Like, there's this part of myself that's in like disbelief. That's like, there's no guy that has a trampoline and a monkey, or obviously there is someone that has a trampoline and a monkey, but there's no guy looking like me that has this trampoline and this monkey. But maybe there is, and I'm curious. Like, I'm so curious. No harm, man. But get a monkey. Fine. Maybe I will, dude. Maybe I'll get like a Capuchin. Is it called a Capuchin? The monkey from Night in the Museum. If I get myself any monkey, it'd be one of those. But those monkeys live for like 40 years. Yeah, so it's like a long-term investment, or a long-term commitment, I should say, rather. you can see the monkey if you subscribe on the YouTubes. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can definitely see the monkey on the YouTubes. The monkey is going to be me, but you can see a monkey. Um, there's genuinely was a guy. He had one promise. Okay, I believe you, friend. Good morning, Mel. Hey, Mariah, and good morning, friends. Good morning to you, Mariah. You tuned in just as the stream ended. I hope that you go to the YouTubes and actually catch up a little bit. I think someone is coming out. Hello, mama. Maar nog een broek gemaakt. My mom made me another pair of melting pants. Look at that. Very nice. With a bag. Oh, look at that. This one has a place to put my phone even, so I don't have to attach it to my hip basically. Thank you, mama. uh, da-da-da-da-da. I laugh every time someone brings up that damn monkey. Me too, dude. Monkeys are adorable. They're kind of scare me though, like the little ones. I don't scare me, but they really create a state of mystery in me, Toasty. Like when I see a monkey, and I see the intelligence in their eyes, and the way that they hold on to like your finger, and like seeing their little hands with the little individual, like seeing my hands on a monkey, like the small version of my hands, like you kind of like you can see like you can feel these gears like twisting inside of your head, like becoming aware, and it's kind of profound. He had long hair and was sitting outside, so I first made the connection with you. Oh, okay, it made kind of sense then. Had a spider monkey named Judy. He was a cool pet. She was a cool pet. Maybe. I think the problem as well is like I want to be traveling for most of my life. I think at least for like the first 20 years of my life. So I don't think I'd be able to own a pet monkey, because if I have a pet, I want to be able to be completely present and be there with the monkey. You know, grow all together, if you will. I wouldn't want to abandon the monkey for like days or weeks at a time. That would hurt me, I think, just as much as it would hurt the monkey. So many years back, she became wild and would attack people. I wonder why that was. Monkeys scare me because it's literally like buying a baby to care for life. Yeah, they grow and become dangerous. So, like those Capuchin monkeys, I think it's Capuchin, those small Night in the Museum monkeys, they don't actually get too dangerous because they're so small, but they can bite. But then again, a dog can bite as well. I think it's about how you take care of them and how you raise them as well. What would you like to tell people in this post? Like, thank you for actually asking me, friend, because I am getting to the end of the stream. Melting pans, yes, those are so good. Tell your mother, she's very creative. Thank you. I will actually tell her. I love her so much, and I'm very happy to have another pair of them because I'm wearing one pair of them now, and I only have one pair, so I'm happy to have another one. What I would like to tell people with this post is to live into love, my friend. To live into love. Like love, at the end of the day, is going to be the only energy field that brings us calm, that brings us light, that brings us the sense of unity and the sense of being safe and being happy. Nothing else is going to do that for us, and we have the capacity to do that for ourselves. So love each other, love yourselves, and love the world for everything that it has to give. I love you, my friends. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sharing this space with me. I hope to see you again tomorrow.